Hey guys, what's going on? In today's video I'm going to be doing a Taylor Swift album tier list in honor of her new album that's coming out, The Tortured Poets Department. You may or may not have heard of it. I think she announced it at the Grammys when she went to accept her award for Album of the Year. I don't really keep up with the Grammys that much, but that's like what I've heard about like the new album, so I thought in honor of that I would do a little Taylor Swift tier list of ranking all of her 10 albums. I might also do like a song tier list as well. I'm just not sure. I feel like that would take a long time, so for now I'm just gonna do a Taylor Swift album tier list. So right now she has 10 albums out. I put in I included the re-recording, so for every re-recorded album I didn't include the original, but of course she does still have some non-re-recorded albums like Debut and Reputation. I think that's it actually. All her other albums have been re-recorded. And of course I included her newer albums like Folklore, Evermore, and Midnights. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first album here I have is of course Taylor Swift Debut, and also I'll go through the tier list with you guys. So for the tier list I have Superior, Amazing, Good, Half a Sleigh, so like kind of like hit or miss, like good but also not like my favorite, and we have Not My Favorite at the bottom, which is like my least favorite albums of hers, even though I do like all of her albums, but if I had to rank them, which is what this video is. Okay, so the first album I'm gonna do is Taylor Swift Debut. For me, I think this is probably one of my favorite albums of hers, but I think I'm gonna put it more towards the middle because there are albums of hers that I do like more than Debut, but Debut has a lot of really good songs on it, and it was where she got her start, and like she had the curly hair in that album. So yeah, and I really like the country vibe that she had going on. In her later album she's definitely turned more to pop, so this is her only like full country album. Okay, and then next we have Fearless, which is probably like her breakthrough album that like has the songs of hers that everyone knows, like You Belong With Me and Love Story, which are probably more her most iconic songs, even though there are a lot of iconic songs on her debut too. Like we have Should Have Said No, Picture to Burn, we have Our Song. So yeah, there's a lot of like really iconic songs in those two albums, especially for those who like grew up kind of like in the late 2000s. Like I remember like listening to the songs as a kid, so there's like that nostalgia factor with me for them. So yeah, and the next album I have here is Taylor Swift Speak Now, which is her third album. This is one where she's gearing more towards like country pop instead of like country. Well, I guess it's her like kind of last country album before she turns to country pop and then country. And this is probably one of my favorite albums of hers. First of all, I really like the purple, and I do like the new re-recording with the new songs. I think the Speak Now vault tracks are probably my favorite out of all of her vault tracks. Like I really like her song I Can See You in there, and When Emma Falls in Love, and there's a lot of good songs on there. I don't know if that's a popular or unpopular opinion, but it's probably one of my favorite albums of hers, so I put in the S tier. And then this next album, 1989, is also one of my favorites of hers, and it might be like one of my favorites. I might even put it above Fearless, so it will be right here with Speak Now as one of my favorite albums of hers. And she also did a re-recording of it as well recently in like October, so like a few months ago. She released that. So yeah, the next album I have on here is Reputation. Also one of my favorite albums of hers, but I probably don't listen to it as much as some of her other albums. So I think I'm gonna put it right here next to Fearless, because although it's a very iconic album, but when it first came out, it wasn't as beloved in the Taylor Swift community as it is now, but it obviously is like a very iconic album of hers. So yeah, I'm gonna put it right next to Fearless. Okay. Oh, I skipped over this album, Red. I did like Red, obviously. There's like All Too Well, 10-minute version, and yeah, a lot of like good, like catchy songs, and that's when she goes more to like country pop over just pop. But seeing as I forgot to include it, I guess it's not like my most memorable album of hers, but of course I do love those songs on there. And one of my favorite songs from it is probably maybe The Lucky One. I don't know, that's kind of unpopular, but another song I like from Taylor Swift, Red, is probably like, I mean, I like I Knew You Were Trouble and some of her others. Oh, and State of Grace I also really like. So yeah, I'm gonna put it right next to her debut album. Okay, and now we have Lover, which is her album that she released after Reputation, and it also has a lot of like cool like ballads and love songs and stuff. And it was like kind of a huge pivot from Reputation, since Reputation had more of like a dark, like black and white kind of theme, and the Lover was more like cheerful and happy after she did Reputation. But I think I'm gonna put it right next to Reputation in my tier list. And another album of hers is Folklore. This is also probably one of my favorite albums. I do like the like kind of folk vibe and approach she took to this album, and like the picture of like her in the woods as she entered her more like folk or alternative era, especially like during quarantine and stuff. And there's a lot of really cool songs that some are about her life, but some are kind of like stories that she made up. So I think it's really cool, and it shows like her strengths as a storyteller. Then we have Evermore. I also like Evermore, probably not as much as Folklore, so I'm gonna put it in the A tier, right below it. I do like all the songs, but they're not as memorable to me as the songs in Folklore. And yeah, like Taylor Swift's Evermore is kind of forgotten about even among fans, even though a lot of fans really like the album, obviously. But yeah, it kind of like fell under the radar. Obviously Taylor Swift fans will listen to it, and like even non-Taylor Swift fans, but it definitely wasn't as popular as Folklore was in the Taylor Swift discography. Okay, and then the last album is Midnights. I don't know where to put this. To be honest, I think I'm gonna put it below her debut in Red. It's not that I don't like Midnights, it's just I guess out of all her albums, it's definitely like not my favorite, and I don't see myself listening to it as much, but I do still like a lot of the songs on it. One of my favorite songs from Midnights is probably maybe You're on Your Own, Kid, or she also has oh, Lavender Haze. I really like that one. But yeah, I just don't find myself listening to it as much as the other albums, which is why it's at the bottom. But anyway, I think that's gonna be it for today's video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and let me know down below what other videos I should do. I want to start posting more on this channel, but I'm kind of running out of ideas. But yeah, this has been really fun, and sorry it's kind of short. I'm gonna try to make some more interesting content, because my content earlier is not that interesting. That's why my views are kind of down. But yeah, just let me know what you'd like me to what videos you'd like me to do, and I'll make sure to keep that in mind. And also I might even do a Taylor Swift songs tier list, because this video was pretty short. And also let me know if you're excited for her new album, The Tortured Poets Department. I definitely am. I'm excited to be listening to it, and it's coming out close to my birthday too. It's coming out on the 19th and my birthday's on the 14th, so it's kind of like a belated birthday present to me, which is kind of cool. But yeah, thank you so much for watching today's video. And if you haven't, make sure to subscribe down below. I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers, hopefully by the end of this month. I know, like, it's kind of hard to gain subscribers, but I'm gonna try to post more and post different things that hopefully you guys will enjoy. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.